there, in this video I'm going to show you how to add the ears. So the basic idea is that you're going to be adding the outside stitches one at a time per round. But the second round you also add the 3 stitches on the inner ear piece. So this is one round, has this 1 stitch. Second round has this 1 stitch, the third round has this 1 stitch, and then the 4th round has a decrease right here. So this makes a nice little smooth ear addition. Now before you add the ears, if your stitches aren't lined up the same as mine, you can determine where center is on your head, and you want there to be 3 stitches on the center, and then your ears are going to span 6 stitches. So we'll count from that outside one, we'll count 6 stitches towards the round marker, and that's the first stitch your ear will be added on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's where my ear is going to be added. Let's see, I've got something to mark it. So I will be making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 single crochets until I get to that marker. So here I am at this first stitch to join my ear. So I'm going to meet the front of my ear with the inner ear showing is going to be touching the outside of my head. I'm going to line up that last half double crochet that was made before the invisible finish with the next stitch on the head, and I'll work through that. Work through both layers and single crochet. Now we're just going to move the ear to the side, and we're going to single crochet 4. Oops. 4. Now we can see we're right next to our center stitches, so I'm going to remove those before I hurt myself. And I am going to twist my ear back into place and line up that first half double crochet with the next stitch on the head. And we should have 6 stitches on the ear that we've skipped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Now we're going to work in those 3 center stitches. If you feel like yours needs 4, you can single crochet, decrease, single crochet, and then add an increase in the next round. But I don't think you'll have to do that. So for ear 2, we're going to again line up that last half double crochet with the next stitch on the head. Move it to the side, single crochet 4. Then bring our ear back, line up this half double crochet corner with the next stitch on the head. We'll double check that we skipped 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Now we can go ahead and finish working around this round. Okay, so the next round we're going to single crochet until we get to where the ear is attached, and we'll work in that same stitch that attached the ear in the last round, and then we are going to add this next stitch onto the head. Now the trickiest part of this is adding these front loops of the inner piece of the ear. So I'm going to move those ends out, locate the front loops, and we're going to work one front loop into the next 3 stitches. And then this second stitch on the outer ear will go into the same stitch we made in the outer ear on the last round. One, 2, 3, and then this last one. Alright, and that's what that ear will look like. Now we can move to the next ear, and we will do the opposite. We're going to work this first stitch on the ear into that same stitch we made in the last round, adding the ear. This kind of helps the ear stands more upwards instead of sticking out of the head sideways. So do that. Now we're going to pull our ends out. You can kind of push the ear up so those inner pieces are more exposed. Now we're going to work in the next 3 stitches with just that one loop on the inner piece, and then this last one will go in the next stitch on the head. Right, and then that last one. Then we can finish working around the head. Alright, so this is what the second round of attachment looks like. We've got 4 attached on the outer ear, and then the inner ear is also attached. So let's work around to the next. Okay, so we're gonna crochet around until you get to where the ear is attached, and we will be adding 2 on the outer ear this round. There we go. Now we're going to add this next stitch here, and then we will be skipping stitches on the ear to crochet on the head, and then we'll add this other stitch onto the head. When I crochet in these center stitches, I will be crocheting over these so that they are inside the head. So let's add that first stitch. I think that one's a little bit trickier to get into. That might be my invisible finish. So add that one to the head. Now I'm just going to put, these will be inside the ears, so it doesn't matter what they look like. Sorry, got off screen. Okay, so added that to the head. Now I'm going to skip stitches on the ear and make 2 on the head. I'm just gonna grab these. Usually I leave them longer. Cut these off thinking it would be easier for the video. And hide these in here. Now I will add that last stitch into the same stitch that attached in the last 2 rounds. Now we can move on to the next ear. Okay, so in this round we will be adding this stitch and twisting, sorry, to add it in that same stitch. Again, that kind of pulls it upwards a little bit. We'll skip 2 stitches on the outer ear to single crochet 2 on the head, and then we'll add that last stitch on the outer ear. So twist to get it in that same stitch. And twist, get it. Okay, so we're gonna add this next one, twist it to get it in that same stitch from tail's giving me troubles. There we go. Now I'm going to skip 2 stitches on the outer ear, so I make 2 inside the head, and I'm going to trap the ear ends in these stitches. So they'll finally be out of the way. Make sure you don't skip a stitch. See, I knew that this stitch was going in here, so I knew that one was kind of hidden. Attach the outer ear, and work around to our stitch marker. And then work around to our stitch marker. Okay, so here is the 3rd round of attaching the ears. You can see we have 1, 2, 3, and then only the head. So it's taking shape. So let's do this next round. Now we're going to decrease by just a regular old decrease, insert through the first pair and then in the second pair. And then do the same on the other. Through the first pair and the second pair. Alright, so that is how you add the ears onto your cat. Let's see. It's a finished one.